U Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's, offers fully covered loading and unloading area with individual pin-coded gate and door access. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Hafide everybody, and hello, I'm Jason Salas on behalf of KOM Digital, and we are at Paradise Fitness Center in Agayan today, bringing you the Michelob Ultra Guam National Bodybuilding Championships. I know it's a lot to say and it is a lot of information, but the weigh-ins are being held today. And if you're a fan of sports here on Guam, you may be familiar with weigh-ins for sports like boxing, mixed martial arts, wrestling, where all of the competitors will basically all descend at the same time. It's typically a big media event, and they'll all have these weigh-ins and everything. This is nothing like that. And by that merit, it's very challenging. There are many people coming from all over the place competing in the bodybuilding championships. Remember, this is an international event, so we're going to have talent from all over the place. They have been training, they have been dieting, and they're going to make weight today. But let's go ahead and take you around the studio here. And Ann Morrison is one of the coordinators. She's our very good friend. Hafide, Ann, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
All right, so thank you for having us here, first of all, and congratulations on putting this event together. I know you got a lot of work until tomorrow.
Yes, thank you so much for your support. KOM has been a big supporter over the years, so we always appreciate you being here to help us promote the show.
Okay, so I was just trying to set it up a little bit, give it a little bit of context, but I was saying for people that are used to matches like boxing or MMA and everything like that, weigh-ins are big events where everybody comes together. You've actually made this a little bit more challenging because everybody's on an individual level.
Yes, and we try to make it a lot more convenient. They have their own schedule. Some of them are still at work, so we try to create that slot where they can come in anytime between 1 o'clock and 2:30. It's just an in and out thing. They check in, check their weight, their height, grab their badges, their tickets and whatnot, and then they go off preparing for tomorrow's event.
So it's almost like marathons where you can come in at your leisure and then, you know, just get your registration kit and then basically psych yourself up physically and mentally for the competition tomorrow.
Yes. So a lot of the times in the past, we did this big thing like how MMA would do it, but they're tired, they're dieting, they're dehydrated. So we try to accommodate the athlete and make them first to make sure that they're comfortable and, you know, it's a lot more easy for them.
Okay. Well, since this is bodybuilding and, you know, it is a sport where physically and cosmetically, everything about your body, every single muscle group and every fiber on your anatomy is meticulously judged and everything. When you have to make weight for this type of event, what are the most important things that somebody does?
Pay attention to their overall condition. And they already know based on the categories like physique competitors, it's just about height. So they just have to pay attention to their condition and what package that they bring. So it's no longer just bodybuilding as far as just getting shredded and having that cartoon look. We have a lot of competitors that coming in to just showcase their overall model kind of look with the bikini and the men's physique. We even have the classic physique now. We're bringing back that old school bodybuilding where it's
like Arnold Schwarzenegger style.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and a lot of the times Guam athletes, they want to compete, but what stops them is the Speedos. So now we have the boy shorts. Now we have like those shorts, those really fitted ones like the MMA uses for the classic physique. So they're a little bit more comfortable with participating, knowing that they have those options.
That's almost like bloomers in volleyball. What you would, I mean, it's not as restrictive. You know, it's not almost like a thong, like a Speedo would be, right?
Yes. So that actually opened up a lot of opportunities for anybody. We have MMA athletes, we have marathon athletes, we have just guys that just work out at the gym. When they see that they have a category that would fit their physique, they want to participate. It's the only venue that would actually give them a place to showcase their hard work.
Okay, well, anywhere I go, you guys know I love technology. So a good friend of ours, Steve Oshiro, is here. A mainstay of Paradise Fitness Center, I would say, probably Mr. Paradise at this point. But Steve, I see you're setting up some gear and everything like that. So once the athletes start coming in and they are going to make weight, what do you be looking for with this equipment?
Okay, so certain categories have weight limits. Certain categories have height limits. So we're going to weigh them, make sure that they're at weight, and if they don't make weight, they have like 30 minutes to make it. So I'll record it. But most of them make weight first try, and that's like categories like bodybuilding are broken down into weight classes, and then the women's bikini classes and men's physique are broken down by height. So we're going to take their height, make sure that they fall in their respective divisions. Some people think they're taller than they are, a lot of cases, and really they're shorter.
It's that NBA rule. They said like Allen Iverson was like 6'5", but he was actually like 6'1".
Exactly.
Okay, so when it comes to the judging, I mean, obviously between the genders, you know, a man's physique and a man's physiology is completely different from a woman because she wants to look ripped and toned and, you know, have all the muscle groups in perfect order, but she also wants to be very, very feminine and very sexy and everything. So, so what are the criteria for judging?
Exactly. So in the women's categories, we have like 3 different women's categories. So we have bikini, fitness bikini, we have figure, and we have women's physique. So with bikini, it's a more athletic look, not as much muscle, you know, no veins, vascularity. And then when we move over into women's physique, it's a little bit bigger physique, we want the conditioning a little drier, so, you know, a little more tightness and more separation between the muscles. And then on the extreme...
Definition, right?
Yeah, on the extreme we have women's physique, where we want them even, for that category, they're even bigger, more muscular, but still same very lean, light and thin skin type of physique. So
one of those ones when you flex, you got muscles upon muscle, boom, boom, boom. Look at this. My 2 arms don't even equal Steve's forearm right there. So it shows you the difference in fitness between the 2 of us.
And then same thing for the men. So the men's physique, it's kind of like an entry level. So if you've been training 1 or 2 years with proper diet, a lot of people can do the men's physique. So it's a little stepping stone. They're able to get their feet wet and see if they want to move up. And then we go up into classic physique, which is kind of like a throwback to the golden age of bodybuilding, which was like the 70s and 80s, where they weren't as massive as you see the professional bodybuilders now. And their posing is a lot more classical, looks like more like poetry, emotion, like ballet, and everything flows together.
So this was like Schwarzenegger, Atlas,
exactly,
that time.
And maybe the bodybuilders of the early 80s, mid 80s of that time. And then on the far end, then we have men's bodybuilding, where we want them bigger, just like jaw-dropping, whoa, right? You know, as big as they can get, as freaky as they can get.
And those are going to be the ones when you go to the Michelob Ultra Guam National Bodybuilding Championship tomorrow night. You want to take as many pictures of that as you can, because it's going to be an incredible event.
So all the physiques that are going to be presented tomorrow night, it's a spectrum, and so it's there. People can aspire to be like, you know, the men's physique or women's bikini, all the way to there. It just depends on how far you want to take your physique.
Okay, well, final question for you, Steve, because I know you got a lot of work to do on the technical side, but you said that we typically don't worry because on Guam, everybody plays fair. Nobody's going to have a problem making weight. But in the rare chances somebody does, and say somebody weighs in and they're maybe 0.2 of a pound over, you give them 30 minutes to actually cut that weight.
30 minutes.
What would they have to do?
They can go outside, sprint, they can hop on a treadmill, get on a treadmill, or they can sit in their car, turn on their heater, or they can go do number 1 or number 2. Right?
Most of the weight at that point would be water retention?
Yeah, very, very little. Some people even try to move up a class.
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't want it, and then they can just eat something real quick.
Okay. Right? Well, you do need your protein, you need your energy on that day. So, hey, Steve, great to see you as always, man.
All right.
Okay. Okay, and this is an international event, as we mentioned, everybody that, and one of the landmark figures, someone who has graced us with his presence for tomorrow night's event, is Yoshida San, who is joining us from Japan. Yoshida San, half a day.
Half a day. Half a day.
Okay, so as an expert in this field, when you'll be looking at the athletes tomorrow, what will you be looking for when it comes to judging?
判断するときはどういうふうに考えますか？
判断するとき。何を判断する？
その判断の条件として。
その時のコンディションですよね。体を作っている時のコンディションとか、あとはそのステージでのパフォーマンスなんかがその評価の対象になります。
So look at the condition of their bodies and also the performance on the stage. Yeah, that's the main part.
Can you speak for a little again? And his name is
Hiroji Katsumatsu.
Katsumatsu-san. Hi, half a day.
Half a day.
Hajimemashite. Okay, so what would you describe as the level of competition like on Guam and the caliber as opposed to like other international events?
グアムでの、競争のレベルは、他の世界と比べてどうですか？
あとここ5年ぐらいですごいレベルアップしてるんで、ナショナルクラスの選手も出てきてるからプロになってるし、大変レベルアップしてると思います。
So it's been going up in the last 5 years, and there have been some people becoming pro and everything as well. So the level has really improved recently.
How do you enjoy Guam right now? We've got a different climate. Obviously, we love our sports out here. So a lot of the athletes who will be compete in other sports as well. Marion was telling us we've got runners, we've got people that do some wrestling and everything like that. So how does that cross athleticism help to bodybuilding?
みんなスポーツ好きでいろんなスポーツをやっている人たちがアスリートたちとかがこちらにも参加しているので、そういうグアムの状況はいかがですか？日本と。
素晴らしいですよね。やっぱりいろんな選手たちもそうですけども、そのボディビルとかフィットネスだけではなくていろんな競技をやれる人たちがやっぱりベースとしてウェイトトレーニングってあるんで、やっぱりいろんな人たちの交流の場にもなっていると思うので、非常にそういういろんなことをやっていることは素晴らしいと思います。
It's wonderful, I think, because like every athlete needs to have weight training as a base for their practice. So, I mean, whatever particular sport they happen to be doing, if they can use that weight training and then turn that into coming with us and doing the bodybuilding, then that'd be fantastic.
Okay, well, gentlemen, we greatly appreciate you being here on Guam and for blessing us with your talent. And we thank you for your participation.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Domo. Okay, so that was the international part of it. Let's go check out some of the lovely ladies who have volunteered their time and their commitment. Half a day, hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon. What's your name and what village are you from?
I'm Giovanni Castro, and I'm originally from Talafofo, but I stay in Sonia.
Okay, so go. Well, technically, Jonia is central, right? Jonia rules.
More south.
Okay, so it is the south. Okay, when you get these athletes coming in and everything like that, how will they register? And for people watching right now, like on Facebook, and they're like, oh man, I got to go down there. And how long are you guys here, and what kind of information will you be taking from them?
We're here about 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4, and my role today is to collect the payment from the tickets that were sold and to collect extra tickets, but registering can be done by Marianne and Steve.
Okay. Well, you guys obviously have a lot of work ahead of you. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, here's some of the swag, you guys. So would you mind if I pick one of these up? Okay, look at this. Whoops. Of course, then I take the one that's buried under four different ones. But man, these lanyards, these are nice. This is why you have to register for sports events on Guam, because you get really cool stuff like this, a keepsake to treasure for the rest of your life. That's going to come in handy. Okay, we've got some of the gear here. Hafade, hello.
Hello.
Hi, can I get your name and your village, please?
My name is Dee. I came all the way from Saipan to support the Guam bodybuilding, support Marian with her activities.
Oh, Dee, well, Hafade. Buenas, Tato Saipan.
Tato Saipan, yes, I am. Yep. Yes.
Okay, so what have you got here as far as some of the clothing and apparel?
We're giving out a package for the athletes. We already had set all the package to give them out as they signed in. So these are the T-shirt, and then we have some hats here, and then we got the backpack. Okay? Yes, that's it.
And if there are any athletes coming over from the Marianas, you're going to give them special attention?
Yes, we have one from the Marianas that is competing for tomorrow.
Okay, from Saipan or from Rota?
From Saipan, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Sizus Masi?
All
right, thank you very much. Okay, so there is a lot going on here right now. This place is going to be bustling with activity. Let's go check in with Marianne one more time before we wrap up. Remember, if you are a fan of bodybuilding, if you've never even experienced a sport before, the Michelob Ultra Guam National Bodybuilding Championships. I said that 3 times right now, and I think I've nailed it. I was worried. There's like 7 words and everything.
It's good, especially because it's quite a long title.
And ironically, I can't even say my own name, but I got that one. So.
But you're right. I mean, you can see like the athletes by the door. They're eager to come in and actually get started. So
there they are.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the clock.
Tell you what, let's go over there and let's go wave at them. So we are going to say hi to them. Hi guys. Hey, we know you guys are waiting to register. We're just doing an interview for Facebook Live. Can you guys wait for Facebook? Yeah. All right, some of the many athletes that you will see tomorrow night. So, Marianne, real quick, because we want to make sure they can, or can they start registering already?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and open the door, and then they'll come, and then you guys can just do your thing. And
on Guam, we're all about hospitality, so we don't want to hold you guys up. Okay, so real quick, Marion, if I can, just 1 sec. If people have never experienced the sport of competitive bodybuilding on Guam and they're first timers and they come out tomorrow, where can they get tickets? What time do they need to be there? And what's the experience going to be like? What are they going to see?
They're going to love the event. Get your tickets at Paradise Fitness. Any Paradise Fitness location, it's $35 for general admission. And come as early as 5 o'clock when the doors open because it's first come, first serve as far as seating. You're going to see like people from all walks of life. You'll be surprised. We have competitors as young as 17 years old to 75 years old.
75 years old,
that's our oldest
getting it done.
competitor, Yeah, and he was competing last year, and we have Jamie Rodriguez that keeps coming back year after year.
Oh, I know Jamie.
Yeah, so he's competing again this year. So he's one of our old school bodybuilders that's still around. We're excited to see him again this
And
year.
he's an IT guy. Jaime's a computer tech, and then he works out too.
You'd be surprised. We got nurses, we got lawyers competing, we got students, college students, high school students, we got EMTs, like almost anybody, teachers. We have Jason Cruz that always comes back.
Yep, Jason Cruz, yeah.
So
Good friend of ours.
Very inspiration as far as
Absolutely.
his story and everything. And he's a great one to follow because he comes back year to year supporting the event.
Okay, so these athletes are getting registered right now. We want to go ahead and let them do their thing. Marion, thank you for you and your staff.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And make sure, as she said, come to any Paradise Fitness Center on the island. You can go to here, you can go to Dedido, you can go to Tuman. Make sure you get your tickets because $35 only. That is a pittance for the entertainment value. You're going to have the time of your life, memories to last a lifetime. We'll let these guys go in and get registered. It is going to be an amazing time tomorrow at the Michelob Ultra Guam National Bodybuilding Championship. From Paradise Fitness Center, I'm Jason Salas for KOM Digital. We'll see you guys next time.